Hello and welcome to the show about how much I fucking despise AI, everybody.
Clankers.
Yeah,
Machine.
seriously. So something I do a lot is that when I get a random idea for a script or whatever, I write it down on my phone and then the next day I email whatever I wrote to myself and transfer it to my computer.
Sure.
So I did that this morning and it says, summarize this email, the email I wrote. So I'm like, out of morbid curiosity, I was like, let's see what the fucking AI thinks. And I click it and it just says, Larry wrote down some script ideas. And I'm like, that's not a fucking summary. You're not describing what I wrote. You're just describing that I wrote something.
Yeah, no, that's for like a
I
business.
fucking hate AI so much. I hate it. I can't wait till the bubble pops.
I remember a story.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck.
He would join the Zoom meetings for his office really early, super early, and he would just immediately go in this room alone and start screaming about how he's on a ship and it's sinking. Oh God, help! Please, there's no more lifeboats. Wait, just a bunch of outlandish things. He'd stop this before anyone shows up.
Oh my fucking God.
Are you alright?
Hang on.
Jeez, this lag.
I'm just waiting for the internet to catch up. Here, let me switch to the other Wi-Fi. Maybe that'll work.
Swiggity swooty. Let's hope for that booty.
Just a moment.
So, anyways, when his bosses would go and check the AI notes, they'd just have a random robot explaining how Mark was dying on the HSS Titanic. I don't really think anyone uses that shit. Or if they do use it, they don't use it productively. Oh gosh. He's just lost in the Wi-Fi, folks. Larry's currently having a Tron battle on the grid. He's racing a couple bikes. Weirdly, not against any sort of computer AI, but it's just like a deep fake version of Barack Obama. Kind of strange they used that image, but it's what they chose to do. Did you win?
Hang on. Did you see the AI police report that claimed a cop turned into a frog? Well, that'd be a better use of the cops' time than what they actually do with their lives.
I mean, like, what was the AI reporting on? Did it just see a bad video or something?
Something like that. So while I was talking, or while both of us were trying to talk, I was looking up a story about OpenAI losing money. And I saw this.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this?
You know what this is. You know what this is.
Oh my God.
What do you expect?
This guy is friends with his chat GPT.
Yeah, what do you expect?
That's so sad.
I mean, so this is going to sound wild, but like, for hundreds of years, we've written about like weird characters who would be friends with the undead they make if they were like in like a fantasy world and shit. This is just people have always been sick and twisted. We just finally gave them the technology to do this kind of thing on a personal basis. I mean, okay. The concept of an imaginary friend exists, right?
Yeah.
And we've established in this modern day and age, our imaginations are kind of dying because we're being force-fed all of this content all the time, right?
Okay.
So wouldn't it just be the logical conclusion that these kids are going to just make their imaginary friends in the forms of these fucking chatbots, and next thing you know, it's not codependence because it's not real, but it's just dependence, and
That's so sad.
It's sad, but it's just it's it's such a logical thing to happen. Sucks.
Yeah, so that's why we need to kill this technology right now. We need to smother it in the fucking cradle.
There's no way.
It's gonna kill us all.
I mean,
actually, worse than kill us all, it's gonna make us wish we were dead.
I'm not gonna lie. I saw a hilariously fun usage of AI in the past week. So dude takes a Raspberry Pi, like puts his own little language model on there, teaches it to recognize the people who live in this home, attaches it to a camera, puts it at the front of the house, and gives it the direct directive that if anyone other than the people who own this home come in, it's to try to motivate them to not rob this house. So, like, it's trying to trick them. It's like, I have a giant dog in here inside this door right now. Like, or it's like, I can see you, right? I can hear you whispering. I'm recording all of this. Oh, you're recording too. That's great. It's just fucking with these people. And I have to admit, there are purposes to this. I feel like we just hate chatbots and we hate artists getting their shit stolen, which are two valid things to hate.
But more importantly than that, I hate the notion of encouraging people to get dumber because they're already too fucking stupid.
I feel like if people aren't choosing to be smart, I don't fucking know what to do with them anyway. So, like...
So apparently what it was a police department was using AI to help draft police reports, and it said that due to some audio it heard in the body cam footage. Okay. That's very weird and funny.
There is one option I could, and this is going to sound a little weird, but hear me out.
Okay.
You ever heard old-timey European racism against other Europeans that, like, old boomer white guys will do as, like, a fun way of, like, talking to each other?
Yeah, like Polacks or whatever.
Yes, like that entire vibe. So they call French people frogs.
Yeah.
I really, like, wonder if, like, a dash cam just hears someone go, "Oh, look at this fucking frog." Yeah, it's like, I understand.
That's probably what it was.
I mean,
it's funny. To bring this to a subject that we've talked about on the show before, The Pit, my favorite goddamn show that's on at this moment. In last week's episode of The Pit, they had this whole bit where, like, Noah Wiley's the attending physician, right?
No, just remember, there's no I in Pit.
Depending on your definition, yeah. Anyway, so Noah Wiley's the attending physician. This season takes place on his last day before his sabbatical. So there's a new attending, like, training with him to take over for the couple months he's gone.
Okay.
And there's clearly, like, conflict brewing between the two. And one of the things is that she's instituted this thing where you can put the AI transcription app on your phone and it does the charting for you. Because of, like, oh shit, this will free up so much time for the doctors to do other shit besides charting. And they demonstrate it, and it has immediately misprescribed a medication that will fucking kill the patient.
Yeah, but, like...
And she's like, now remember, you have to go through the chart manually very, very carefully. And it's like, no, you're gonna fucking kill people with your bullshit.
That just feels like poor people getting subpar treatment with them cutting corners, which is totally not anything I can relate to without AI, right? Like, I totally needed AI for that to happen.
Oh, yeah, that's why the second they realize it, you can see the look in Noah Wiley's eyes as he's like, this is fucking stupid.
It's definitely pretty dumb. But, like, there's time.
Yeah, it can generate fucking audio of Biden playing Call of Duty or whatever. That's funny, I guess.
I mean, I don't. Hell, I hate all the fucking deep fake shit, but like, just like helping people make humans' lives easier. We can always go for more of that.
Well, I'd certainly love it if it did that.
I mean,
But
it's like automation.
Unfortunately, currently AI's
using automation is evil.
Yeah. Well, it seems to be currently that the purpose of AI is to create child pornography and commit fraud. Because that's all it's currently doing.
I mean, you can also use it to code.
I'm not trusting any fucking code written by a goddamn AI. I'm not doing it.
A website in 10 seconds if I want to just like be really lazy as hell.
Yeah, I'm not trusting it. Like, be lazy all you want, and that's great and all until your code fucking turns your cell phone into a time machine or whatever.
Okay, where's the complaint? You don't want your cell phone turned into a time machine?
Well, and then transports you somewhere by accident and then won't let you fucking go home.
I still have a time machine. It's a win. Like, you aren't convincing me I lost in this scenario.
Like, I ain't living through fucking Kindred.
See, no, you don't understand. Because you need to consider some Dave Chappelle logic. You send me back to Kindred right now. I got a few fun things. I can do. Like, I don't give a fuck
that is
what
true,
you got. There is technology and science that I know that will fuck you up. Like, I'll be fine.
Shout out to Kevin from Kindred for not immediately killing himself the second he realized he was stuck in 1840 or whatever year it is.
I just can't understand not going like so insane.
Like, well, he did clearly because we see him again.
No, I mean insane in a different way. Like,
oh, okay.
Like, fun fact, completely unrelated, of course. Did you know that during World War II, famous Nobel Prize winner Madame Curie and her husband went around Paris, spending time at each local police precinct, teaching them how to make chemical Molotov cocktails to hold off the Nazis. It is said that with a couple of additions of random things that they all had lying around, they pretty much made an entire explosive force for the Parisian defense. It's kind of cool.
Nice.
Unrelated, of course, to this conversation, and I don't see how I would use that at all.
Oh, by the way, I just noticed this. Look at the fucking ratio on this post about being friends with ChatGPT. That's even sadder.
I mean, like, what did you expect to see?
Well, I figured in the ChatGPT subreddit there'd be more upvotes.
Well,
you know what? I'm downvoting this. Fuck this guy. Sorry, I don't care. Fuck you.
Yo, you set him off neutral. Yo, I'm just saying, you might have just cyberbullied a guy. Like,
good. You know what? You deserve it for being friends with a fucking robot. All right.
No, this is how we get extremists. We need to save these people and help them. Be his friend.
Yeah, I get it, but I'm not fucking upvoting his comment. He'll be fine. Anyway, the reason I brought this up is because I'm so happy to hear this, because I want OpenAI to fucking burn. I don't want it to burn through cash like this operation, or this headline says. Sorry, reading while talking. I want it to burn down. I want Sam Altman tried at the fucking Hague because he's a demon from hell.
If we're talking specifically OpenAI, there was that whole leak about how they were training the model on a bunch of books that they did not have the rights or access to. And so they have internal documents from the company of them like scrub the fucking data now. Like that shit. And like, bro, y'all are actually getting like I mean, he's getting put in prison. Like, it's gonna be great.
Well, he should be, because in addition to being one of the architects of the downfall of the human race, he's also an incestuous pedophile.
I mean, all of these things are true, but realistically, that doesn't get people in prison. But
Sadly. In fact, I'm citing my sources.
Money in America, fucking with someone's legal system in America when there's money involved.
Sorry, what was that?
Oh,
god damn it! Fucking internet. Hang on, I just gotta wait for you to come back in. What were you saying? I think I can. God damn it! Fucking. I just rebooted this goddamn internet like an hour ago too.
You know, that's the weird thing with internet problems. You can't.
Okay, now it works. What were you saying?
First, I'm going to ask you: do you know why you can't see any problems with your goddamn internet?
Why?
You can't see it. It's electric. So, I'm saying that this guy is probably just going to actually get put behind bars for fucking with someone's money in America, though. Don't get me wrong. He should get put behind bars for all the terrible crimes he made, but no one ever gets that.
Yeah, that is true. Where's the thing about... Yeah, here we go. Sam Altman's fucking sister filed a lawsuit alleging sexual abuse. And, Jesus, she was 3? Jesus.
I'm just going to throw out here, you can't have a bigger reaction to that than you did showing me your fucking 5-year-old mother obsession last week.
Okay, but I heard about her before. Don't worry, I was that shocked the first time I ever heard her story.
Okay. You were just very blasé. It's like, bro, what?
Yeah, I'd had time to adjust to the reality that a 5-year-old somehow successfully gave birth.
Oh, I don't like it here.
Yeah, I don't either, but like, all right, I'm used to that. I knew she was younger than him. I didn't realize she was 3 and he was 12. Fucking hell. Good God. Oh my God, he's a fucking doomsday prepper too. With IDF gas masks.
Like, one... Okay, because like I got such mixed feelings on this. I don't disrespect preppers as long as they're not thinking of stupid shit. But way back in the day, I used to watch that TV show, Doomsday Preppers. I watched a fuck ton of that. Do you remember this show? I'm not gonna lie.
I remember that it existed. I never really watched it.
So I watched a lot of it. And I think about this occasionally. There was one episode with one lady. And one where her biggest selling point was the moment the shit hits the fan, y'all are going to run out of toilet paper. And all of you are going to flip out. So I have an entire wall of toilet paper ready in my garage. And all of you are going to come crawling to me when the toilet paper runs out. And I'm not going to give you any. And everyone laughed.
That is fair.
They laughed in her face, and I lived through that actually existing. I do not think it's unreasonable for half of the preparations. I think the motivations are silly. A lot of
that's why I'm making fun of him.
But at the same time, I've seen such... There was a dude on that show who had a complete aquaponics garden where he's growing microgreens on the entire top that are supplied by the fish that he grows in the aquarium, which are nourished by the plants in the top. He just shows up and takes food from both sides every day. That's insane. That's winning.
So he clearly has some idea. Okay. Because most doomsday preppers just hoard guns and beans.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Is like
they're more loot drops than they are fucking doomsday preppers.
Where there's like dude hoards guns and beans, and then there's like the dude who's like, "All right, folks, time to set up the mesh static network." It's like, what? It's like, all right, folks, it's time for me to introduce my completely self-working electric generator off the river. What are you doing? Some of these people are just geniuses.
And then others are hoarding guns and beans. It's like how my dad's more I told you about. Like, he doesn't realize that he's just a loot drop.
Yeah, but at least he's not okay. Because like some of the people on the show were just like give everyone in the family a gun, and then just have them point it at them in a circle, and that's the plan. Is I just got a bunch of hidden spots around this house, and we're just running around like knights in the 1600s. Like,
you know what's funny? The thing you said about the toilet paper. So right at the beginning of COVID, when nobody could get toilet paper, my mom found one company that was like a janitorial supply place that had toilet paper. And it specifically had like the big ass rolls for corporate offices.
Oh no, I remember this entire thing happening because you showed me one once.
Yeah. So my mom said, "Yeah, we should get 6 of those. That'll last us." And then, like, I don't know if she fucked up or if they listed it wrong, but she ordered 6 boxes of those instead of 6 of those. And it took us till like 2 years ago to use up all of it.
Now, this is just my personal take, and I'll admit it's a little impacted by some of the things I've consumed lately for shows and such. But you're telling me that an entire shortage of toilet paper across the country still couldn't get America, pretty much the only country that's to still use toilet paper, to switch to a different system, and you're going to tell me that there is not a vested financial interest?
Yeah, I know, the bidet.
I would just know it's think about it though. How many people's lives during COVID would have been so much better with a bidet? How many families would have
bidet sales did go way up during COVID,
but not enough. How is that not on the forefront?
No, not enough. Yeah, I want to blast my butthole with warm water.
Listen, it's
I need to get one.
If we eat an ass, we clean an ass.
Well, I don't know about your asshole, but mine is a hard worker, and when the job is done, he deserves a nice deep clean. So I think he's earned it. I think I need to get him a bidet.
I feel like everyone deserves a bidet. Honestly, like we all deserve bidets.
True, but me in particular, because I put my fucking ass through some shit. No pun intended, all right?
Kind of feels like that pun was intended. I see you looking a little cheeky for that pun. Yeah. Over there winking your brown eyes at me. I get you.
Sorry, I'm just trying to get my fucking internet to work a little better.
Beep, beep, boop, bop, boop, beep.
All right, in the words of Hair Star from Preacher, bring me the head of Bill fucking Gates. God damn it.
Folks, it's 2026. We're all switching to Linux as well. That's another thing we're doing.
I didn't even hear what you said because the internet keeps shitting the bed.
It's 2026. We're switching to Linux this year, folks.
I think I might need to because this is...
No, like, there's not any reason at this stage of the game that we shouldn't. Because, like, okay, the whole reason that, like, a bunch of us have been holding back is, like, well, Steam couldn't work. And Gary's like, no, I fixed that whole thing, guys. Because fuck Bill Gates. All Steam's like, fuck Bill Gates. Fuck Bill Gates. Oh my God, you are dying over there. I mean, okay, I hated Bill Gates first when I was working at Staples, and that was like 15 years ago. I was hired as an easy tech. When they say easy tech, it wasn't just one drink, folks. That was a misnomer. But I enjoyed the technical part of the job. It's always fun to work on people's stuff. Find the small problems, see if you can't help with the software. But what I absolutely hated was selling things. Are you alive?
Finally, yeah. Like I said, bring me the head of Bill fucking Gates.
We're switching to Linux, bro. Fuck Bill Gates.
Anyway, you were talking about selling something?
Oh yeah, I was telling a story of fuck Bill Gates because I worked at Staples for a long time ago, and I was first hired as a tech worker there, and the part of the job I hated was they wanted to have me selling things, and like not just like selling a computer, which sure people need computers, people need. I like selling people tech that they need, helping you get to your desired outcome. That's the point of this tech, is to make your life easier. I'm not just complicating you with fluff. That's silly. Go to a toy store for that. But this was around the time that Microsoft introduced one of the stupidest fucking things to ever exist. Subscriptions for Office.
Oh my god, I know.
No, I'm gonna go on the record and say subscriptions for Office are evil. And while I would not advocate any sort of 7Cs activity here, you don't need to. Go look up LibreOffice. LIBRE Office. It's an open source program, and it's way better. It'll let you do all the program exports all the same file exports that you want. And I find the only difference is you're gonna have a couple different hotkeys, but you can always set your own macros and stuff if you're about that. So don't even worry about it. But why should I have to keep paying a guy to type up all this, to type stuff up? Back in the day, there was a really fun thing known as Microsoft Word Blue Edition. Ever heard about this?
I think I might have.
Well, so Microsoft gave it to their workers. They're people who work directly in some of their departments, and it was pretty much a easy to boot free version of Office that you could use forever. Now, of course, no one would ever go and illegally share that with anyone. That would be illegal. But if someone did, and if say that got widespread,
definitely don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that. But if that ended up widespread on the internet, then pretty much anyone would have access to it, and it would be like super problematic because you don't need like a key to use it or anything. It just kind of boots up. So coincidentally, most of those programs don't seem to work more after updates and stuff. But I don't know. I'm sure that was just a security patch.
Yeah, I'm sure it had absolutely nothing to do with leeching more money out of the fucking people.
No. That along with the forced update to Windows 10, which everyone's like, why would you do that? Because then when you jump to Windows 11, now a bunch of things, now the cost. Oh.
Yeah.
So, have you ever seen I Think You Should Leave?
Yes.
The best way I can describe how Microsoft treats people with their computers is you get a computer and it already has Windows on it. And then Windows goes, thank you for using our service. Now, you got to give. You got to give. See John over there? He gives. Your neighbor? She gives. Your boss? She gives. You got to give. And next thing you know,
it really is true, man.
Yeah, I wish it wasn't an apt comparison.
Oh God, I hate technology.
That's why I stay in the water, man. I am actually installing Linux on a random device tonight, actually. And that's totally
that's good to know.
above board.
I'm starting to understand the Luddites why they didn't want to fucking embrace the fucking whatever it was they wanted to. They didn't want to embrace because I hate technology. I'm starting to understand the Anprims a little.
Bro, I want to understand the Brotherhood of Steel, where I'm like, technology's cool, just all these people suck, and they're gonna immediately blow each other up with it.
Yep.
So
don't worry, you don't have like healthcare or food or clean air, but don't worry, you can make ChatGPT generate a video of Goofy saying the N-word. Oh,
I just think they should all go back to Africa. Yuck.
Did you ever notice that despite being only 13% of the population,
you know,
I hate how well I know racist talking points.
I miss when like the talking points the DDD could use to like make someone think about something terrible that was on the internet. Like, don't get me wrong, it was bad, but it wasn't meant to make you feel bad in particular. It was like, I don't care about you. I don't care about anyone. So anyone can get this. I will give you a great example.
God.
Did you know that in terms of Pokemon, Vaporeon is actually... Yeah, it's kind of right on that if you know.
I don't get this one.
Oh, you're about to learn on live something terrible.
Okay, incognito tab it is.
Yeah, man. Incognito, put it on the screen for the people because I want to see them seeing you see this. This is great.
Okay.
All you gotta type in is Vaporeon or like anything involving Vaporeon.
Just that?
Well, Vaporeon, did you know?
Oh, I think I do know this. No, piss off. I know. Yes, I'm over 18.
The classic.
Yeah, okay, I've seen this one.
Yeah.
Hey, man, why are you like this? That's my question.
Batman. There's no laws against the Pokemon, Batman.
It's not about the laws against the Pokemon. It's about the laws against fucking Satan.
Batman, I can do what I want with my Pokemon, Batman. They're my property, Batman.
It's not about the laws of Gotham City. It's about the laws of God.
I've got a little funny, Batman. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it, Batman.
Oh, my God.
It's terrible.
The worst part is that I can tell from the tone that guy was serious.
I don't know about that. I feel like he had just made that joke so pristinely fucking with his friends at that point that like he just knew how to get it.
Hang on. I'm trying to find one of those that I'm sure you've seen before.
Let's see what you got. Or like
not that one.
You remember back in the day when you could just have the internet and just show a picture of a dude's two legs and a jar, and you're just like, oh god.
Oh,
see, that's all you need. That's all you need is like it's like a sentence. But now, it's like targeted.
Yeah, here it is. I can tell this fucker was serious when he asked this question, man. I can tell.
Jesus.
I can tell that he was fucking actually wondering.
I don't think he did. I don't think he really meant that, dude.
I don't know, man. I'm pretty good at reading tone from texts, and this is also from 4chan, so
I'm just saying that also could be that guy like completely talking in the tone of all those people who ask really stupid comic questions.
Yeah, but this is 4chan where the people who ask stupid questions go, so I think he was serious.
It's 50. I can see either way.
Wouldn't it be smarter to secrete some kryptonite into Lois Lane's IUD?
Man.
God. We never know how tight Superman's asshole is. We need something more than a hard penis to penetrate that sphincter. What if Superman's anus chopped off Lex's penis like a cigar cutter before Lex could ejaculate?
Actual good idea. That's not hot garbage.
Before Lex could ejaculate warm, gooey kryptonite jism into his anal tube.
Stop this. We don't need
I needed that to be said.
No, you didn't. You didn't. You didn't.
Superman would clench his butt cheeks
and
turn Lex's dick into a pate.
No, we can move on. Listen, if you want a good idea, I'll pitch you this.
Okay.
So, like, why doesn't Lex just fucking put the kryptonite in the water supply and make it rain?
Not that this would stop Luthor, but that would also be very hazardous to the health of everyone else on Earth.
I do not. Yeah, no, I don't see that mattering
not
at all.
Not that would stop Luthor, but
yeah, that in no way matters in this equation at all.
Damn,
it only took like 10 seconds. Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to think. Does liquid kryptonite have the same effect? I guess it does. I guess it's been depicted as such.
I mean, plus, okay, I'll play really shitty devil's advocate here. You can have salt and small fractions of minerals and stuff in the rain. So, like, he could break it down if we want to be like that, or he could attach it to something else and like yada yada science. I mean, come on, folks. This is DC.
Well, one of many things I loved about the 90s Superman cartoon was that kryptonite was, like, not exactly rare, but not the most common element. So it's possible Luthor just simply doesn't have enough kryptonite to do something like that.
I like that they have it in, like, different eras, where, like, I get it, first it's hard, but then at a certain point, he's making it, and he's finding it in space, and, like, he has, like, a whole department of his company just locked on kryptonite.
Yeah, in the Supergirl TV show, Lena Luthor figured out how to make synthetic kryptonite that was equally effective.
Synthetic kryptonite still counts.
Yeah. Now, granted, she didn't do that to kill Supergirl. She did that to help Supergirl fight the other evil Kryptonians. So that's a little different.
Yeah, but, like, I don't know, man. It'll be cool. Just saying it'll be cool.
By the way, speaking of Supergirl, I just randomly remembered something. I have now 3 times seen the series finale of a TV show use Landslide by Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah.
To the point that I love that song, and now I'm kind of annoyed when I hear it in a fucking show.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like one of those songs you use when you want to make emotion because you haven't established actual stakes, but you need people to feel things now.
Yeah, and sometimes they even have established those stakes and then still use it. Say what you will about Stranger Things. What?
Have to show you this dude with this kid that you see like one time, and I got Landslide playing in the background as they hug, and like it's all slow motion, so everyone feels a certain way about it.
Well, I'm thinking, say what you will about Stranger Things, they made us care about those characters. Whatever other flaws that show has, they made us like those characters.
I'm glad they did that for you.
And then they fucking used Landslide at the end.
And landslide breeze
Actually, not at the very end. They just used it somewhere in the episode, but it was like, okay, I get it. I'm mad that Stranger Things didn't use fucking Never Gonna Give You Up.
I don't understand a lot of those 80s things. I just don't get it.
Yeah. What, like the 80s nostalgia trend or whatever?
Yeah, and then like how much do you lean into it, and like what age were you even playing it for at this point? Because like like. Okay, can I just point out every time it's like the 80s nostalgia trend, it's like Matthew Broderick and arcade machines, and not like rap music and Prince.
Oh, yeah, of course not. Rarely do they acknowledge any of the non-white cultural stuff from the 80s.
So it's not even an 80s thing. It's just like a certain demographics fun times. And it's like, I don't know, man. I was already iffy about them. And then the Holden McNeely that is Ready Player One really locked in that everything about this.
Yeah, like, Ready Player One, whether you like it or not, is definitely a very self-indulgent story.
It's like if you like Ready Player One, you got to be ready for some scrutiny. And
yeah,
and the book, I'm like, oh wow, okay, that's a choice.
Some stuff the movie did better, and some it did worse.
I mean, I feel like the book was so bad, the movie could only really improve because I didn't have to sit for as long.
I mean, yeah, if you don't like it, you'll like that part of it. But like, so if we're talking like things they did better, they better emphasized the fact that Halliday was kind of an asshole in the movie than they did in the book. In the first book, that is. The second book is all about how he was an asshole.
See, okay, but I'm just gonna go on the record and say I'm pretty sure that is I'm pretty sure the guy writes the first book not realizing how much of an asshole Halliday is, gets called on it, and then does the thing that Tommy Boy did with The Room, and he was like, oh yeah, no, I totally aimed it to be like that on purpose. No, see, it was all intentional. And so now I'm going to double down in my second book so you just know how serial I am.
There was a little bit of it in the first book. Like, because I read the first book recently enough that I remember it fairly clearly.
Like...
hang on, you're frozen. There we go.
Like, he was sometimes an asshole, but he was also treated like a hero.
Yeah. What he did for the planet was considered heroic. It was more interpersonal stuff of his was where he was like kind of a piece of shit.
Yeah, but the book is so much like it doesn't matter if you're a personal asshole if you have okay. That guy read the Art of War and thought, oh wow, Machiavellian ideas. Who could have ever thought the ends could justify the means? What if we applied this to a story? No one's ever thought of this. And he fucking shit the bed. Like,
yeah,
I'm just saying, because like we're given very conflicting morals as to what is correct in this world, and I read into this as he's a flawed character who is a lot like our main protagonist and we identify with him, but then when your audience goes and calls the guy a giant asshole and you want people to not think you don't know how protags work, you have to fucking make this giant gap to like separate the two. Otherwise, you're going to be the dude who wrote Holden McNeely 2 accidentally.
Yeah, Halliday is definitely like supposed to be the cautionary tale of what Wade could turn into.
But at the same time, Wade already is the Halliday. Okay, anyone who can I forget how many movies. How many fucking movies he had to know word for word. He is already too far gone.
In terms of word for word, I think it was only War Games. Maybe there was one other.
I thought it was a few Matthew Broderick's. Honestly, I'm a check.
I know that War Games was in there.
Yeah. Well, wait.
Though it's kind of implied that... it's kind of implied that he didn't have to know it verbatim so much as he just had to know, like, the general flow of the conversation. But maybe I'm fucking misremembering that. Because I do remember that he has to think for a second to remember what the line is.
Yeah, because I thought the whole point was he had to like I thought he had to play out a bunch of the movies.
Yeah, what it was there's a score. Like there's a score for playing out the movie, and the more accurate you are, the higher the score is.
Oh yeah, but you're fighting a corporation in like a giant battle, so you got to do it perfectly.
Yeah, basically, like I think he still would have gotten like a 95 if he had like slightly misquoted one line, but still gotten the gist of it. I don't know.
I don't know, man. Like at least he remembered that. I mean, he didn't remember to free all the slaves until the second book because he got called out by people who realized he left the slaves alone.
To be fair, the first book ends literally 5 minutes after the plot ends, and he literally hasn't had the chance to.
Nah, I'm more thinking about that time when he was like in the tech prison and hacked the tech prison to let himself out, and then did not give a single fuck about anyone else in the tech prison. I guess I was just thinking about that. And,
well,
and like
he does also literally say, "As soon as I'm done here, I'm coming back for these people."
Sure, I mean, granted, that's when he's not in his hip fly, like, downtown apartment in his super upgraded Robo VR suit chair mega thing that he bought and had delivered because he's fancy now and doesn't live in a trailer park and won't be trash. I mean, he was living large. He was living large.
Well, he was, but then he does the undercover thing. Like that comes later, that he does the undercover thing.
Okay, so maybe it should be pointed out you shouldn't have to physically go through slavery to care about ending slavery.
You're right, but again, I have to be fair here. He did express a distaste for the very concept of it long before he did his undercover thing inside. Like fair, right at the beginning of the book, he says that it's fucking disgusting that they enslave people.
I don't know, man. I just hate. I just hate him. I just fucking hate him.
That's fine. I'm just saying that, like, to be fair, he doesn't need. Like, he didn't need to witness it firsthand to know it was fucked up. He already knew it was fucked up.
I don't know, man. I gotta double check this book. I don't want to suffer again, but I might just for this.
I read it recently enough that I remember that part.
Okay. One of my favorite things about that is I don't know, book just screams incel who's just surrounded by girls if he just opened his eyes and realized he was touching grass all along type bullshit.
I mean, you're not wrong. That's not an inaccurate summation of what happens in the fucking book.
Like it's what, my best friend? Hot girl. Love interest? Hot girl.
They didn't actually say that his friend was hot.
It was weird. I just remember it gave weird vibes is the best way I can put it.
I mean, there's definitely
there's something about seeing it. It's like, oh. I was like, oh. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely things in those two books that have implications that Ernest Cline probably didn't think about.
Ernest Cline is just a living member berry.
True.
Like that's all.
I can't really
like,
he seems like a nice dude, so I don't want to be too mean, but like, yeah, that is kind of what his books are.
oh, you remember Ferris Bueller? I remember Ferris Bueller. Oh, you remember the 80s? I remember the 80s. Oh, you remember Wacky Races? I remember Wacky Races. Oh, like, I hate it. I hate it.
I'm gonna create a book where literally the entire world is obsessed with the same shit I'm obsessed with.
And I'm gonna make it so it's like hip and cool. Like it's, bro. Ready Player One just has a bit too much of like unironic hacker man.
Yeah, a little.
Whoa, I'm surfing the Oasis. It's so cool. Like, shut the fuck up. Oh my god.
So the reason I thought of the movie is because at the end of the movie, one of the changes they make is that he has the Oasis be closed 2 days a week. I think on like Tuesday and Saturday or whatever.
It's insane. It's dumb.
Yeah.
I'll tell you why.
Yeah. Even at the time, I was like, wouldn't that fuck up the entire global economy?
Yeah. I mean, even like, I think we're not even considering how built this world is. Most, like, a lot of locations don't have schools.
Yeah,
Well, like,
or at least they have the option of going to school virtually.
Yeah, but like, fuck you, kid, don't learn. Fuck you, dude, you're not able to work. Fuck you, you aren't able to talk to your grandma. I don't give a fuck. Like,
yeah, like the Oasis is so ingrained in the planet's culture that a ton of businesses just use Oasis credits as money because it's more stable than the dollar. Like,
it just screams that his understanding of the Oasis and the internet as a whole is like a fucking 10-year-old in a first world country where oh, we just gotta put curfews on it. Everyone just needs a little bedtime. Shut the fuck up. This is dumb. It's a bad take. Like, I don't know what it meant.
I do somewhat respect the fact that the book is a possibly accidental allegory for net neutrality.
Yes, I will agree.
Possibly unintentional.
Most likely unintentional is where I'm going to put my vote, but fair.
Well, yeah, net neutrality specifically is probably not intentional, but the concept of such a valuable resource should be free to use is definitely intentional.
Yeah, I just think it falls into the problem that a lot of these books by a lot of these authors do. And interestingly enough, it's just like Red Rising, the terrible book I was talking about, in that this author is coming at this from such a standpoint that the only thing we need is a benevolent dictator. We just need the nice guy with all the power. Oh, and if it just so happens to be me, I mean, I would never put that on myself, of course. It would be thrust onto me by Halliday, because like I would have to just inherit it. But God forbid if that happens, that's great. Because I really need to point out here, the corporation is only evil because they're not on our side. That is the only reason they're evil here. Because
the slavery too, but otherwise, yeah.
Well, Wade clearly isn't fixing all of that. So I mean,
he does get rid of the once they acquire IOI. Literally, the first thing he does is make the slavery fucking illegal. So
what do you mean by that?
At the beginning of the second book, he's talking about like some of the shit that's happened since the end of the first, and one of the things is that they acquired the evil company, and literally the first top-down corporate change he made was no more debt slavery.
So one, God forbid any other corporation exists. Two, it still exists as like an industrial problem. Three, prisoners and stuff. Four, weren't there other competitors in the game? Five, if there were, and our solution is we just buy them all up. Once again, let me loop back to this one kid is just buying up the entire economy.
Yeah,
So like,
and that's somewhat on purpose because the tone of that beginning of the second book is, oh yeah, the planet's still getting worse despite my best efforts.
that okay, I cannot scream this from the rooftops enough. Someone sat down with this guy after he like put out this first book and was like, I need to explain a couple of things to you. And put him with a chart and was like, Wade will fuck up the world. Here's how Wade's already fucked up. This is all the things you're saying, and here's the morals that you're actually being pro. And he went and then started scratching it from the beginning of the second book. Why is it such a priority? Because he knew.
There were also 9 years between the two books, so he might have realized some of that shit on his own. But
well, sure. I mean, sure, but I feel like when you put that out there, you have to be getting feedback.
Yeah, probably.
And like, but like, what I'm saying, I was like, all of these problems are always, well, it can be solved. Just one nice guy needs to do it all. I just need a Darrow. I just need a Wade. I just need a white
the liberal idea of governance.
I just need a happy dictator by a different name who is then going to go and do all the things that I would want to happen by a democratic process, but I know won't efficiently happen and or happen at all. So I'm just going to put it in the hands of this one person and like assume that they're like pretty much Jesus. Yeah, that'll work great. That'll work great.
Honestly, even the end of Avatar: The Last Airbender falls a tiny bit into that with Zuko becoming the Fire Lord.
Whoa. Okay, hold on. Explain your entire case. Explain your case. I don't get what you're saying.
Kind of the same thing where like the happy ending is Zuko becomes king, and not they get rid of the concept of the king.
Oh wow, we have vastly different views on this one, actually. Like,
all right, let me hear it.
It's the whole Korra mindset, and I'm calling it a Korra mindset because it started with Korra with Republic City, which is modeled specifically after New York City. This idea of we should impose democracy on all these cultures and countries because it's more of a modern spells modern idea, or like it is more it's better for everyone. I think that's a bunch of Western centric bullshit. And I mean, don't get me wrong.
I mean,
there's good and bad governments of every type, but like abolishing the monarchy was never what they needed at all. I mean,
what they needed in the immediate sense was for Ozai to fucking not be in power, and they got that.
Yeah, they just needed literally the ones who wanted to warmonger out, and they did.
Yeah, I'm not like saying the ending of that show sucks or anything. I'm just saying that like that sort of liberal sensibility of when the good guys are in charge, it works just fine. Like, there's a little bit of that in Avatar. Because, I mean, whatever. It's a fucking kid's cartoon. It doesn't have to be a work of revolutionary communist art.
Well, I guess with that, though, it's like Aang's job is not to overthrow and change governments. It's to keep the balance, and this country's being an imperialist dickhead. That's the only thing he's not about. Y'all can do what you want over in your place. And
Yeah.
I mean, don't forget the Fire Nation made the Fire Lord. Like he is a product of the nation in which he lives.
Yeah, like the fucking Carlin quote, like, these people come out of American schools and churches or whatever it is he fucking said. I don't remember the whole quote.
Yes, but this exactly. That's exactly where I'm going with this. Is that kind of like, what the fuck are we doing?
Sorry, I'm just reading something. There we go. Oh, I was clearing notifications on Reddit, and there was something in there. I was like, wait, what? So speaking of what you're talking about with the whole like the imposing your will on other cultures thing. So I finally started my rewatch, or really first time watch in the proper order, of Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Deanna Troi.
So so it's funny. I said this to you via text. It's funny that everybody thirsts over fucking Deanna Troi, and you can tell this from the title of tonight's stream, because this is what Tasha Yar looks like.
Question.
Yeah.
What's the restrictions for where this is going?
Oh, I'm just saying that Tasha Yar is hot as fuck.
Oh no, I just meant because I got that full set nowadays. So I was just like, where are we going with this? Because I think that, I'm not gonna lie, that impacts my thing. If Deanna Troi had a Playboy spread, she wins. It's over. What do you
She
mean?
did get naked in some other movies, though.
Yeah, but I'm just talking about some tasteful lighting.
Oh, true, yeah. But anyway, you fucking Yar's got a goddamn shelf. She got a big fucking thick ass.
She does not have a shelf, bro.
She kind of does. Here.
Yar's got a booty like a Christmas elf. You tripping?
Hang on, let me find. There's a particular shot, and I'm doing an incognito tab in case I have to type anything nasty.
Why? Do you not want to be able to access it later?
Well, I don't need to access it later.
Compilation.
What would you say?
Oh, I'm just making a note to add this to the Larry compilation.
I'm looking for a particular shot where she was from the side, and those fucking early season 1 uniforms don't really flatter anybody because they're so form-fitting, but they did fucking emphasize this.
You're just thirsted. You're just thirsted.
Yeah, I am. It makes me sad they killed off Tasha.
I mean, the character was mid, honestly.
I agree, but she's fucking hot, so now I'm like, damn, I don't get to look at her for 7 seasons?
Just wait till Jadzia attacks, my friend.
Yeah, I know what she looks like. I don't fucking... Okay, I can't really find the one I'm looking for, but like... I mean, here, this is better than nothing, I guess.
The spots go all the way down, Blair.
Yeah, I know. So, like, this doesn't really emphasize it, but, like, there's a nice curve there.
This man said a shelf.
Again, this is not the shot I'm thinking of.
Where am I
you get a little bit of a sense.
Where am I placing my glass?
There's one fucking shot in particular, and I don't remember which episode it's from, or I'd go find it, where her fucking ass looks gigantic, and it's awesome.
Dying of thirst.
Well, yeah, I'm always dying of thirst, both literally and sexually.
Dying of thirst.
But yeah, anyway, so before I started Next Gen, I watched Star Trek 4 for the first time in like 15 years. And I like that movie quite a bit, but not as much as the other previous 3. They fucked the timeline in the ass with no lube and a stomach full of beans. Like, I get why those fucking DS9 temporal investigator guys you sent me the video of fucking hate Kirk.
That's why that bit is so funny, because, like, nah, bro. Kirk does not care. And if you say Kirk's name in front of the temporal investigators, A shiver runs down their spine.
Yeah, and like, so when I saw that clip, I was initially like, I thought it was funny, of course, but I was initially like, well, that's not really fair because most of
That's
the time when
exactly
they
what you
time
said to
traveled,
me.
it was by accident.
I was like, just wait for
Yeah,
it. Just
and then I rewatched. Yeah, well, I rewatched this one. I'm like, all right, now I kind of see it.
he
Going
doesn't
back in
care.
time to get those whales, that's one thing. Like, all right, fine. But then, like, fucking McCoy just gives that lady the kidney regrowing pill. He fucking what was the other one? Oh yeah, Scotty giving that guy the formula for transparent aluminum like 2 centuries too early.
Transparent aluminum is a wild like pitch for them. Like what?
In fact, someone on Twitter, I was reading a thing about that, theorized that that moment is the point of divergence between our timeline and that of Star Trek.
Ha! I like that. Well,
Because
if I'm gonna be nerd, I'm gonna say technically no, because we got Velcro from the Vulcans.
yeah, which was also stupid because Velcro already existed in the year that flashback takes place.
I know. That's why I'm like, I don't know why they did that, but they did. Velcro from the Vulcans. Excuse me.
Then again, maybe it's possible that she didn't invent Velcro so much as just spread it to a different part of the US because things did spread slowly back in that day.
No, because he was a leader in the latest tech. He's like, this is going to change everything.
Well, yeah, but so maybe, I don't know, maybe the joke was that he's out of touch enough that he hasn't heard of Velcro and she just took advantage of that shortcoming, but
I don't think so.
I'm trying to be nice to a show I otherwise like, all right? Just give me a minute.
Okay, listen, I'm not going to have faith in the heart for this one. I'm sorry.
I do like the bit with the glasses, though, where, because those were already an antique. So the whole, like, weren't those a birthday present? Well, yeah, now they will be again. It's the circle of things. Or
That works.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just Star Trek paradox bullshit.
Well, that's how Scotty justifies giving the guy the formulas. He goes, how do we know he didn't invent it anyway?
Which I think that's the reason also that they hate them. It's like, we can't prove you wrong, but you need to shut the fuck up. Like,
we now no longer can find out the answer either way. Thanks to
you. Thanks, buddy.
So there's two things in that movie I wanted to take note of because they were notable for being, like, marking it as being from the 80s. Well, actually, one marks it as being from the 80s. The other is surprisingly forward-thinking.
Do they talk about Russians?
Well, yes, but that's not what I was getting at.
80s.
Yeah, so in that scene where they talk about Russians, one of the FBI guys calls Chekhov a certain word that's not socially acceptable to call people anymore. A word that rhymes with regard.
Oh, yeah. Wait. What?
Yeah. Yeah, they say when they're interrogating Chekhov, they're like, he's a... What?
Are you talking about the N-word?
No. Chekhov, of course, is acting kind of weird, and they're like, what's up with this guy?
Oh.
And one of them goes, I think he's a Rusky. And the other's like, well, yeah, of course he's a Rusky, but he's also a retard or something. Their words, not mine. Nobody get mad at me. So, anyway, that was just amusing. Like, 1986.
I mean,
but the other thing
that's not even
was
1986. That's just like before 2010. 15.
Well, I'll put it this way: only in 1986 would you get a PG rating with that movie, with that word in the movie.
I never understood how many boobs got into movies in the 80s.
You mean in PG movies?
Yeah.
Like, I can tell you why. They didn't have PG-13 back then.
Okay, but shouldn't that mean you give it the R rating?
Sometimes it just wasn't enough to justify an R rating by itself.
Yeah. I'm saying whoever is coming up with whatever these rules are is. I'm trying to get some of that. Like,
the MPAA is really specific and insular to the point that there's an entire feature-length documentary about them called "This Film Is Not Yet Rated" that I highly recommend. Ultimately, it's up to the board's discretion what a movie gets. There are general policies they follow, but ultimately, if they say it gets what it gets it.
how big is the board?
Not particularly big, but it has like that part of its thing is that its structure is really secretive. That's part of what the documentary is about. It has like certain members that stick around, maybe like a dozen, let's say. Like the voting members, that is.
Bill Gates.
Fucking maybe, I don't know. But like, so I'm trying to think of like what are some funny examples from that documentary. One of them was, I forget what it was called, but there were, God damn it. Okay, there we go. There was an Iraq War documentary in the mid 2000s that has like 40 uses of fuck in it, which is well past the limit for a PG-13 movie normally. But they gave it a PG-13 rating anyway because they deemed the documentary to have educational value.
Huh.
Because they were like, if we give it a PG-13, high schools can go on field trips to see this as part of history class.
Huh.
Or for another example that isn't from that doc that I just know offhand, you ever seen the movie The Bridges of Madison County?
I haven't actually. Is it good?
It's pretty good. It's a romance drama. It's whatever. But it directed by and starring Clint Eastwood. One of those movies from the 90s.
Okay.
So normally people think of the rule as being you get one fuck in a PG-13 movie. That's not entirely accurate, but that's a general trend. One of the rules of that is that if you use the word fuck in a sexual context, it's typically an automatic R rating. Like, so that's why, like, Guardians of the Galaxy got away with open the fucking door and got a PG-13. But if they used the word fuck in a sexual context, they couldn't have. But the movie The Bridges of Madison County does have a scene where Meryl Streep says, what?
So it's literally, it's the goddamn George Carlin joke about how there's many ways to say fuck.
I mean, that joke started for a reason.
Well, yeah, no, it's literally that.
But anyway, the Bridges of Madison. So Bridges of Madison County has a scene where Meryl Streep says, "Are you just gonna say goodbye, or are we gonna fuck on the linoleum one last time?" And initially they got an R rating for that line, but because Clint Eastwood is Hollywood royalty and gets whatever he wants, he asked them to change the rating to PG-13 with no cuts, and they agreed.
I mean, he's Clint Eastwood. He can do what he wants. That's crazy. Like,
sorry, what was that?
But what if I want to fuck on the linoleum? I'm saying, right?
Well, they did fuck on the linoleum in an earlier scene.
True.
Yeah, it's really fucking inconsistent with them. I mean, the documentary I mentioned talks about the fact that the movie Boys Don't Cry almost got an NC-17 because during one of the sex scenes, a woman's orgasm lasts too long, meaning like her face. Meanwhile, that movie came out in 1999. In 2000, which... What'd you say?
What a hilarious sentence to even say.
Yeah. So they, in 1999, almost got an NC-17 rating for that. The following year, 2000, the original Scary Movie easily passed with an R rating despite the scene where he ejaculates so hard he sticks her to the ceiling. Like, that was fine. That gets an R rating with no issue. But a woman moaning too long almost got an NC-17.
Because one is a dude. Duh.
Yeah, exactly. Like, there's a lot of...
that?
And that one, they got the director of Boys Don't Cry to talk about that, too. Not all these movies got the director themselves to agree to an interview.
Oh, jeez. How do you feel? How was he during the interview?
Well, it was she, because it's a movie about transgender lesbianism, so...
Oh, how was she?
Actually, no, not technically lesbianism, because it's a trans man. Anyway, she was fine. Like, she got what she wanted in the end. She got the R rating, but she had to, like, negotiate. And the movie did pretty well and has gone down in history, rightfully so. But she was just, like, in hindsight, yeah, stuff to do with women's sexuality gets policed way more heavily. And then she compares it to violence as well, because that same movie has a scene where a character graphically gets his fucking head blown off with a shotgun. And they didn't object to that in an R-rated movie. They objected to the sex scene earlier.
Yeah, dude, because this is America. People get their head shot off every day.
Yeah, well, that's true. It's funny because in Europe, a lot of the time...
It's the flip.
Yeah, their cultural standards are kind of like the opposite. Like, they'll show, in Italy or whatever, they'll show boobs in a shampoo commercial. Like, you know, lady in the shower, same way they do here, except here it cuts off here and there it cuts off here. They'll do that, but then they're, like, really freaked out by the shit we'll allow in a PG-13 superhero movie.
Huh.
Actually, that's not as true anymore, but...
I mean, yeah.
In fact, Twitter reminded me the other day, this is apropos... go ahead.
I was just going to say, now anything that's in a PG-13 superhero movie is validated by the gracious leaders over in the People's Republic of China. Thank you so much. So it's not like we got to worry much about that.
Yeah, for among other reasons that has happened. But I'd forgotten this because I haven't watched the movie in a while. In the first Captain America movie, which was not that long ago, there's a scene where he kicks one of the Nazis into a propeller and he gets turned into like red mist on camera in a PG-13 superhero movie. It was like, oh shit.
Yeah, I can do the same thing with a sack of ground beef in a PG movie. I mean, it's not a person.
Well, true. Yeah, Nazi. Well, yeah, technically they're Hydra. They're Nazis. Fuck you. I agree.
If anyone ever has to go into technicalities on why something isn't a Nazi,
well, no, that's not. Okay, I will get technical because I'm feeling spurgy tonight. Hydra are not Nazis, not because they have ideological disagreements. They mostly are in lockstep, but because, as revealed in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Hydra is actually centuries older than the Nazi Party.
Okay, I mean...
They were just one of many evil orgs throughout history that Hydra latched themselves onto for convenience.
Okay, so to be clear, every Nazi is a Hydra, but not every Hydra is a Nazi. But all of those Hydras were Nazis.
Well, more like Hydra as an org has existed for centuries, and over the centuries, they will occasionally attach themselves like a parasite onto another evil movement, and one of those evil movements was the Nazis.
Sure, but these people, while they were members of Hydra, were they also Nazis?
Yes.
No.
Not every single member necessarily, but certainly the high-ranking ones, yeah.
The guy who got kicked into the propeller.
He was a Hydra soldier, so he probably, if not was formally a Nazi, was probably an ideological lockstep with them.
So he's a Nazi. So it's a single fuck could not be given.
Oh, I don't give a... Well, I give a fuck in the sense that it's interesting because of lore, but like other than that, I'm not like arguing these guys are okay. Though it is funny, some of the modern like as in current day Hydra guys in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., actually, because the heroes will always compare them to the Nazis, sometimes they get offended because they're like, hey, I believe in a totalitarian one world government, but I'm not fucking racist about it. Black people are willing to be in my utopia too.
Well, maybe they should have cared about that more when they attached themselves to the Nazis. But now,
Yeah, well, that's basically the response from the heroes every time.
Me and you could have had a different conversation if you were a Hydra guy but not a Nazi. So something could have been come to here. I think Magneto is right. Like,
about which part? Because he often is, but not always.
Oh, about most of it.
Yeah, Magneto is one of those characters where, taken at his essence, he's by and large correct, but unfortunately for him, has many times over the years been written by writers who wanted to make him more villainous and therefore gave him beliefs or personality traits that he shouldn't have.
I mean, plus I just think Professor X is kind of a privileged douchebag.
Yeah, which is supposed to, not in the movies, but in the comics, is textual. That's on purpose that he's like that. Like, he is a genuine advocate for the rights of mutants and everything, but it's not a coincidence that he is a white guy who can pass as a human and was very rich, and for most of his life was able-bodied.
Abolition type guy. We're like, yeah, you know, we have to do things the right way, folks. And then Magneto's like, no, we just gotta go and fuck some shit up. That's all we gotta do.
See, that's the thing with Magneto that a lot of writers forget. A lot of writers depict him as wanting to burn the world down.
No,
or wanting to fuck shit up. But in reality, his idea is more of like, if you want to do this peacefully, that's fine by me, but I know you don't want to.
Also, they don't want to, so why should I want to?
Yeah, well, that's part of why anytime they're doing like a kind of redemption arc with Magneto, it's always him like trying to see things Charles's way. Like, I'm trying to have the faith in the human goodness that you do, Charles. Which, like, don't get me wrong, that's a valid take to do with the character, but it's also just like, don't make him a fucking supervillain.
Like, I don't think we need to see the world the way Charles does. Because you want to know what? Fuck Charles. What does Charles do most of the time? Sit in a fucking mansion with his kids. Fuck you, Charles.
It depends so much on the version too, because like in the X-Men movies, he has a day job as headmaster of an accredited actual school. But then other versions, it's like more of just a cover operation. I don't know.
That is
like, I'm thinking of what?
Oh, I was like, that's like, it's convenient, but also like, okay, as a dude who went to a rich person school, that headmaster wasn't doing shit there either.
That's true. Yeah. Charles doesn't appear to charge tuition. Like, if that helps.
I'm glad that his privilege has allowed him that to be able to do that. But everything he does is just based off the privileges that he happens to have. And like, I don't know.
Yeah, he's definitely of the belief. Like, he's definitely of the belief that everybody should have as good a life as he had. Because, like, that's how I feel. Like, I'm not trying to fucking brag, but I definitely was not, like, worried about money growing up. And my thought process about it was, I wish everyone around me could be as secure in their confidence as my family is.
I get that.
But I also recognize that, like, this is going to be a movement. We need plenty of people who grew up destitute, too, because, like, you know, my life experience sure as hell ain't universal.
I mean, like, we just can't all afford
Like, I think
to do that.
Like, I think that's part of why Charles keeps around people like Storm, who grew up, like, orphaned on the streets of Cairo, fucking picking pockets to live. Like, I think he wants that perspective around him.
Man, I feel like he keeps around Storm because he knows that if he lets Storm hang out with Magneto for like a month, she's gonna get
I mean,
one
that's
over.
true, too.
He's gonna get one over because he's right. He has
That's
to keep
true, too. Anyway, my point is,
he knows
like, as, yeah, Charles, yeah, so, like, Charles can be, he is definitely privileged and can be a bit manipulative depending on the writer, but he does genuinely want to improve the world.
Yeah, but at what cost?
Magneto, well, yeah, that's the thing. And Magneto, he wants to keep his people safe, no matter fucking what that takes.
I mean, I don't know. I always get this vibe where, like, no one is ever a fan of those who defend themselves actually speaking out about it. And I mean, Magneto just always gives me
true.
Malcolm X vibes in that, why are we debating this? Why do I have to sit down and have a conversation about my dignity as a human being? Why am I wasting my time? Why are you wasting your time, Charles? We have shit to do. We how many children do we got? Do we need to go and help right now? And you're out here sitting with these schmucks in Congress talking about nonsense. What are you doing?
Have you watched, to any real extent, the 90s X-Men cartoon?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Okay, because I was going to say, you need to if you haven't, because they
I just hate that it doesn't feel like...
Go right in that
it just doesn't feel like the X-Men are still the fucking heroes, bro. I want a world where we can just accept maybe Charles Xavier is the bad guy of the two.
So I haven't gotten to it yet, but I know about this, that in the X-Men 97 revival cartoon, they do literally say Magneto was right.
Magneto was right. But like
I think it was about a particular thing, but like the subtext is there.
Just in general, he's right, like, all the time.
Yeah, well, in that fucking, like, obviously that cartoon had to limit how it talked about the Holocaust because it was a children's cartoon in the 90s. But I remember there's like a line where he says, like, I don't remember the whole line, but he says something like, I was there the last time a movement like this started trying to exterminate a people. And my people used reason while they used tanks, and they got destroyed for their trouble. Like, some line like that. It's like, yeah, they have to dance around it a little bit, but they're definitely making a statement.
Why even dance around it? Oh, do you want to hear one of the most foul things that I experienced in the past couple weeks? So,
yes, but before I do, the reason they had to dance around it was because it's a kid's cartoon.
Okay, I kids should learn them.
Oh, I agree. I'm just saying that in 1993 on Fox or whatever, they were not gonna.
I thought in the 90s they were all in all the races, like holding hands and singing Kumbaya. How do you do that without shooting a Nazi in the face?
Oh, well, they could do that. It's just that they didn't want to, like, show concentration camp flashbacks on a kid's cartoon.
I mean...
And I get it.
Why? You could even sell pajamas.
Oh. I assume you mean X-Men pajamas.
I mean, does
You're
X-Men
a
have?
piece of shit. You're a fucking piece of shit.
Do the X-Men have stripes?
Some of them do. Some of them actually do. I think. Tell me this foul thing that happened to you this week.
Shout out Schmoll. But okay. So I go to Barnes and Noble, right? And I'm trying to find myself a little booksy. And I'm just browsing around with my buddy. And we're walking past like the religious sections. And you know, there's the Bible section and the entire Christian section, which is like 2 aisles. And then there's the other religion sections, which is like, we kind of respect you. And then there's the spirituality section for just, I don't know, just go fuck off. And now mixed in the other religion section, do you want to know what I see there? Like a big stack of books. Night by Elie Wiesel. And I sat there and I was like,
That's not really religious.
No, this is like kind of like a hate crime. I know. Like, I mean, to reclassify Holocaust history as some sort of like Jewish book is really fucked. Like really fucked.
Yeah, I'm really hoping that what happened was an employee picked up a stack of books and said, "What's this about?" And someone said, "Oh, it's about Jews or something." And he went, "Oh, okay," and put it in the Jewish section. I really hope that's what happened.
1, it's about the Holocaust, and 2, then I'm looking around the store more just to double check. They have an entire aisle dedicated to World War II history.
And don't have Night in that one.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that's a concerted effort, my friend. Like that's a choice. That's a fucking choice.
They're definitely into a specific type of World War II.
Like
a specific genre.
They certainly believe certain things about World War II.
There's the mythology of it, the History Channel version of World War II.
What is the History Channel version of World War II?
I want to call it the fucking like it's all about the battles and the military strategy and like the soldiers involved. And like, don't get me wrong, that's a valid part of World War II to discuss. But there's political shit at play. There's racial shit at play.
Oh, so you're just talking about the Call of Duty campaigns?
Yeah, I want to say the Saving Private Ryan type, but that sounds like I'm shitting on that movie, and I'm not. It's one of my favorite movies. So,
why didn't they just keep one of the boys at home?
Presumably because they all volunteered.
Sure, but like you couldn't have put one on a base or something.
I don't know. That'd be like.
How often do we?
They probably didn't think it was possible. What probably happened was that they went, "There's no way that they're all gonna get killed."
That is, brothers be dying all the time.
So, though the character of James Ryan is fictional, there were real cases of like, going to find the last surviving brother type of thing.
It's just crazy.
And after World War II, they did actually change the law to state that, like, no two siblings could be deployed to the same place.
Yeah, it just feels like
Like, they actually put in a law specifically to prevent it.
I just can't imagine how many soldiers you wasted doing shit like this.
I don't know. Well, I don't know, like, what happened in every case, but I know that in the fictional case of Private Ryan, his 4 brothers all died in the same place together.
Where'd they all die?
Like D-Day, or like I think it was D-Day, yeah.
So all it takes is one well-placed grenade? What is it, like a Halo lobby? This is terrible.
Like, basically. Well, yeah, but like so many soldiers died at D-Day. They probably all died on separate parts of the same beach.
Well, no, there are 3 beaches.
Well, yeah, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
any one of those beaches is so fucking big that they could easily die without being
I'm
together.
just not getting told by any WW2 nerd. I don't know stuff.
Yeah, it's... Trust me, you want to talk about fucking World War II nerds, talk to my goddamn dad.
Oh, God. Is he the fun kind?
I'd say inoffensive kind. I don't know if it's fun, but...
All I know is World
Like,
War
I don't know, he just...
They're only cool if they
Go ahead.
Paint minis.
Yeah. Yeah, he doesn't do that, but he reads like books and watches documentaries. Like there's like if you go in the basement where his bookshelf is, he has all 6 of like the Churchill volumes about World War II.
Oh God.
But I mean, in his case, part of why he's so into it, not to get too like personal on the show, but his grandfather was like a really big influence in his life. And his grandfather he didn't serve in combat in World War II, but he was part of like officers' corps stuff in World War II. And so because that was a thing that my dad's like really inspirational grandfather was directly involved in, it really fascinates him.
That's fair. I mean, killing Nazis is cool.
Yeah, luckily my grandpa did not personally have to kill any Nazis or get shot at by any Nazis.
I mean, it would be cool to kill a Nazi, maybe.
Well, yeah, but my point is that luckily for him, he did not see combat.
Oh, true.
Yeah, so I don't remember. He wasn't Army Corps of Engineers. He was like Officers Corps. But basically, his job was to go into where the fighting ended 5 minutes ago and begin the preliminary planning for when we rebuild this place. So he didn't see the combat, but he was there like an hour later when they were still cleaning up the last of the couple dudes.
I mean, fuck.
Yeah.
That had to be a lot.
He supposedly personally witnessed the infamous incident where Patton shot the donkey for blocking the road.
What do you think they did with it?
I assume they just dragged it out of the fucking road.
Say what you want about Patton. He killed that ass.
Yeah. And part of that, too, is that the George Patton movie that they made with George C. Scott. My dad fucking saw that in the theater when he was like 10 years old, and it was the coolest thing he'd ever seen. And he still loves that fucking movie to this day. So anything to do with Patton, he's like...
That movie long as hell.
Yeah, that's fucking long. It's like 3 hours.
God, seeing it at a theater back in the day must have felt like a fucking eternity.
especially to a 10-year-old. But my dad fucking
That's what
licked
I'm
that shit
saying.
up like it was sugar. He was all he still loves that fucking movie to this day. He told me once that he's seen that movie so many times that anytime he sees a picture of Patton, like the real Patton, he's momentarily confused because when he pictures Patton, he pictures George C. Scott.
I don't know if that's good, but that's funny.
I mean, well, a lot of people kind of feel that way. George C. Scott, I think he won an Oscar for that fucking role. Like, that was a really famous role of his.
I mean, it makes you think with a lot of things how often the image that we think of probably didn't even look like the guy.
Oh yeah, the version of Shakespeare we have is, by all accounts, entirely invented.
William Shakespeare's not a real person. It's the Earl of Oxford, if we're gonna get into it. But
There's that too.
no, William Shakespeare isn't a real. Well, okay, no, William Shakespeare is a real person, but they specifically when they dug up his house, they found the records. He was pretty much a cokehead who just kind of lived in bumfuck and just like got high, and like they're like, well, how could this work? And like, the most likely answer is a pen name because the Earl of Oxford wasn't allowed to write because he's in the court and it's weird, and Victoria has stupid laws because Victoria, and yeah. But
Okay.
yeah, there ain't.
I don't know anything about this, so I'm just gonna believe you.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. We used to get into big debates back in English class because, like, I think it's really silly that people label pretty much the Bard as like the greatest writer ever, and I'm like, y'all don't even know who this is. This isn't a guy. Like, what are you doing? Hell, and it could have been someone other than the Earl of Oxford.
Yeah, there's a lot less documentation of people back then. Yeah, really. Maybe I'm talking out of my ass here, but if I'm thinking like earliest literature that we have a very clear record of who wrote it, I'm thinking of like Frankenstein. Do we really have like that much documentation about that one?
Oh, well, it was written by the gods.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. We have earlier than
because Gilgamesh is supposed to be like the oldest
book.
Yeah, maybe because Gilgamesh is the oldest in terms of like cohesive, consistently told narrative.
Yeah. Like it is one story that is the same story.
Yeah, like consistently repeated over the centuries accurately.
Yeah.
And then of course there's like the Odyssey and the Iliad and such. But then you run into translation issues with those.
Well, yeah, but we know Homer wrote them for a fact.
We do, yeah. It's just I'm talking like earliest literature that is just rawly accessible in its fucking unfiltered form.
Wait, you mean so you mean the earliest English book?
Well, like not the earliest English book, but like earliest that is just you can just pick it up and understand it without needing any context.
Beowulf.
Yeah, maybe. When's Beowulf? Like, which century is that?
Let me check that real quick.
Okay. Because somehow I missed the boat on Beowulf in school. Like, we just never got into it, so.
Yeah, it was something that I just kind of had to do on my own. So, it was between the 8th and 11th, but they debate because they found a few different copies of it, pretty much.
That makes sense. Okay. Yeah, part of why I brought up Frankenstein is just because, like, Mary Shelley, like, not in the literally very first edition, that was published anonymously, but, like, very soon was getting credited under her real name. Like, and I'm just like, yeah, that book was 1818 and is really like the first of what we would call the modern definition of a novel.
It's definitely
because before that, because before that there were writings that were like maybe the length of a book, but they weren't really written like novels. They were written like poems or plays or that sort of thing. Like Shakespeare didn't write novels; he wrote plays.
I mean, I don't know about this, man, because you got like Tom Sawyer. You got like
That was well after Mary Shelley wrote Frankenstein, though. That was decades later.
when did you read Frankenstein?
1818 was the first time it was published. Tom Sawyer and shit came way later in the 19th century.
No, absolutely right. There's got to be others though.
The two big ones that I really hear mentioned as being, well, that's the first like modern form of a novel, basically, like the way a novel would be written today. But what is generally considered the first like novel period is Don Quixote.
Yep. Okay. I've heard that one said.
Yeah, like that's the one where people are like, this is where the history of novels as an art form begin.
By novel, it has to be a story.
Yeah, like a single kind of long story across the whole book.
I mean, okay. The Art of War, I'd argue.
Well, The Art of War is more of a textbook.
Which one?
What do you mean?
There's two. I'm not talking about Sun Tzu. I'm talking about the one written by Machiavelli after he had written the Prince, which I guess is the better example.
Okay, I'm not as familiar with this one.
So the Prince he pretty much wrote as a gift, where he was like, "Hey, you're taking over a country, and everyone's giving you stuff, and I am pretty broke, but I'm smart as fuck. So I wrote you this whole book on what you can do and how to do things. It's all for
the
you."
record, Wikipedia lists this as a treatise.
What the fuck? No.
Okay.
No. That what? It's not.
I don't know. That's just what I don't know, man. Here you go.
This is a treatise. A written word. I guess. But okay, so a written word dealing formally and systematically with a subject, isn't that just a book? What are we saying?
Well, I guess it's not like a fictional story.
Okay, but then fables don't count either.
Well, no, because fables. Count? Well, they're just too short, is what it is.
Are fairy tales too short?
Generally, yeah. Like a fairy tale, like one of the Grimm's Brothers ones, is what, like 20 pages each.
I mean, I feel like we're kind of gatekeeping at this point, but yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm not a fucking literary expert.
I don't know. I'm just trying to throw my hat in here. I don't know.
Here, let me fucking.
I mean,
by the way, most Frankenstein shit forgets the other title, Modern Prometheus.
I could be the edgelord that you want me to be and be like, well, what about the Bible?
I actually don't want that because the Bible, like, I mean, I get it, haha, but it's like, I don't care.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, it is an old ass.
It's just gonna start shit. Yeah, well, that's just gonna start shit.
How long does a fucking fable need to be?
I don't know, man.
Wait, so like all oral ones should just go fuck themselves because they weren't written down? I don't get this.
It's more about the format than whether or not they were written down, because they're told in like when you read the Odyssey, it feels almost more like a comic book, like this adventure, then this adventure, then this adventure, then this adventure, all in the quest to make it home.
True.
Like, I guess just the formatting is too different.
Do you feel that way about the Aeneid, though?
I didn't read that one.
It's a little different. I mean, it's similar, but it's different.
Okay.
Like it's more streamlined. In that they like leave Troy. Yeah, they encounter some stuff on a boat, but it's not all just like this island of the week type shit.
Okay.
Well,
the Odyssey. I'll put it this way. This is a fucking weird way to think about it. Don Quixote. If Don Quixote is a movie, the Odyssey is like a miniseries, like Shogun or something.
I do get what you mean.
Yeah. Because like the Odyssey has an ongoing storyline, but it's like you get it feels like it should be told as a miniseries, like maybe 4 or 5 episode miniseries.
So I just looked it up real quick. Everyone fucking argues about this, but we didn't even talk about Pilgrim's Progress. There's that one. Everyone loves that one. But there's a goddamn. Oh, yeah, no, actually, I think this is the nail in the coffin. Where fables, myths, and length all meet up are the Tales of Arthur. Yeah, I think Arthur wins.
Let me pull up this one and see if there's anything. Oh, like King Arthur, yeah. Okay, sorry, I'm an idiot. I thought you were referencing something more specific.
The football-headed kid?
Okay. No, I thought you were like Tales of Arthur was like a thing made after the fact.
No, like the actual tellings. I actually just last year they found another old copy of it. It might have been the oldest one yet. It was inside the spine of a different book.
Oh. Like it was lost in there, or
no, like they like sewed it in to hide it.
Oh.
Yeah, they like hid it in like a yeah.
That must have been during one of the fucking crusades or something. I don't know.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, but apparently they have records of these books or of like pretty consistent Tales of Arthur since like. Let's see. Let me make sure. They can pull up ones from the 15th century, but they think it's maybe older.
That's fascinating,
isn't it? And I mean, because if we're thinking about English too, he is kind of the most foundational character in English lore.
Yeah, I was trying to think of an American comparison, but it's really hard because America's such a comparatively young country that by the time we had mythical figures, they were just based on people we could actually document their existence of.
Yeah, we have like a Paul Bunyan ass dude, but that's not the same thing at all.
Yeah, like there's mythology around some guys, but there always was an actual guy whose existence could be documented.
Yeah.
But England, because it's so much older and hails from so many other different parts of Europe and mixed and globbed together.
Well, I mean,
like we still use the term Anglo-Saxon. That doesn't fucking make any sense anymore.
The Anglos and the Saxons, both of them.
Yeah, when's the fucking last time one of those individual groups existed? Never ago.
What's that one?
But like we still fucking call them
Burgundy.
What'd you say?
Maybe in like Burgundy, France.
I don't know.
Maybe I don't
know. I don't
know. But
the point is, England is fucking ancient.
Well, it gets tribal, and like you got to remember, King Arthur, he ain't English. He's from kingdoms way before England. King Arthur is the justification for why there should be England. Because there was a giant kingdom way back in the day that got split up and formed all these tiny little kingdoms. And if you're thinking to yourself, wait, does that remind you of something? Yeah, I could. If you're thinking France, it could be Charlemagne. If you're thinking anything with Germany in general, because Germany is a modern state. If you're thinking pretty much how Rome split and then used its telling to try to reform again. It's the same narrative that Western Europe likes to do, which is cool. That's just kind of their thing. There's a big country and it's split up, and we got to remake that big country again.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of interesting when you consider King Arthur was like Scottish as fuck. Like, as fuck, dude.
He's often depicted as having kind of auburn hair.
He has auburn hair. If you look at the location he's from like the Highlands.
Yeah.
I mean, okay. Merlin is a druid, but Merlin is one of the good ones. He's like our house wizard.
Is that wizard with a hard D?
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, yeah. Oh yeah, no, yeah.
What's up, my wizard?
You don't understand how many parody songs I used to make when I was playing D&D. So when you're quick-witted, have extra time during shitty players' turns, and have a notebook, you start writing rap songs for your mage character.
Oh, by the way, I just realized, because I stared at it for 20 minutes without actually reading it, the AI overview misunderstood the Tales of Arthur and started telling me about fucking Arthur the Aardvark.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah.
Having fun isn't hard when you've got
a library card.
Thank you.
I highly recommend getting one, by the way, if for no other reason than because they got DVDs there. And some of those DVDs are movies I can't find on streaming.
I got the keychain version and the normal one.
Yeah. My local library is the reason why, after 20 fucking years of being unable to find it, I finally was able to watch The Abyss. Which became one of my favorite fucking movies.
Yo ho ho ho.
Oh, well, there's that too, but I was fucking... I don't know. Anyway, back to the subject of King Arthur, and more kind of on the subject of things that our fans like. Have you ever read the comic book Camelot 3000?
Camelot 3000? What the fuck? Is that like Andre 3000's next music project? Because I would so listen to that.
That's not what it is. So it's a DC miniseries from like the 80s, say? And let me find out. 3000. Yeah, 1982. Little like 12 episode miniseries where Camelot gets brought back in the year 3000. Like they come out of hibernation or whatever. It is, or get resurrected. It's fucking weird as shit. But it's really fucking aesthetically awesome. Like it's a mix of like Arthurian legend and sci-fi crazy shit.
See, I'm just always hesitant when people want to bring fucking knights into this shit.
Into what shit, you mean?
Like, where like they're like sci-fi, but with knights. And I'm like, ooh. Like, are you gonna get weird about it?
I mean, Star Wars fucking did it, and it became $1 billion goddamn franchise.
Yeah, and they totally didn't get weird about it. You're right. Like they
a little bit. Anyway, it's a fucking cool comic. Okay. Yeah, the art's done by the dude who did the Killing Joke. Like, here. Is it going to actually fucking show up on screen? You gonna do what I tell you to? There we go. Yeah, see? There's some cool shit here.
Oh.
Yeah, you got fucking Arthur with sci-fi shit. You got some fucking sexy evil bitches. You get fucking Guinevere getting dicked down on the side by Lancelot, like the story always goes, and Arthur's all mad he's getting cocked.
Wait, is it? So, I think, yeah. Galahad is like the only example of a guy with virgin superpowers.
True. Oh, shit, that's the other really fucking cool thing about Camelot 3000. One of them, I forget which of... Who are some of the comparatively minor characters, like below Lancelot, let's say?
But what the fuck's his name? It starts with a P. Parzival.
That's him, yeah. Percival. He gets reincarnated as a woman because they all kind of get reincarnated in the body of someone.
Nice.
And his is a fucking woman, and there's like a lot of angst about that shit. And this is notable because it was basically like the first DC comic to ever deal with transgender themes. And the way they did it mostly holds up.
Like, that's just gotta be like, is it even transgender themes? When it's like, no, like my last body's 3,000 years old and dead.
Well, I mean, it's a man literally stuck in a woman's body, and he's worried it's gonna fuck up his relationship.
Can he use magic superpowers to change it because he lives in magic superpower world?
He's trying to, and then he realizes that he can't without, like, some evil shit or whatever.
Where's Merlin at?
I forget because it's been so long since I read it, but he's in there.
Nice.
I forgot to mention this earlier when we were talking about Star Trek. There is a trans joke in Star Trek 4 that is actually really funny.
What's the joke?
So, remember when Chekhov is in the hospital and they have to sneak him out?
Yes.
So when they do that, they do it with Kirk and Spock disguised as doctors, and they're pushing the gurney, and it's got Jillian on it.
Yeah.
And they walk in and then swap her out with Chekhov, and they walk back out. And the cop who's standing guard, kind of out of curiosity, goes, "How's the patient?" And Kirk says, "Oh, he's going to make it." And the guard says, you walked in with a she." And Kirk just shrugs and goes, "Oh, one little mistake."
Wait, he says what?
He says, "Well, one little mistake."
I don't know if that's a trans joke.
It kind of is. Like, the implication is that the reason the pronouns changed was because of a mistake.
That just feels like I don't know. That sounds like it could be like a Monty Python level of a whoopsie.
Well, it is. Like, it's obviously open to interpretation. But, like, I don't know. I've seen a million movies from this era where, like, a guy's dick will get cut off during surgery, and they go, "Well, the good news, if you ever wanted to become a woman..."
I don't know if they mean that as literally as we would in our modern society, as much as they're like, because like humor sucks in ages.
No, of course not. But my point is that it's a joke that can be interpreted through a trans lens, right? Like, it makes sense.
It's true.
It's a valid mode of analysis.
Okay, yes.
From what fairly little I know about transgender analysis.
So it's like the XJ9 thing.
Yeah. I didn't necessarily write that subtext in, but you can read it there if you want to. Like, that kind of attitude.
I love that show. That was a
yeah,
great
I
show.
did too. I haven't seen it in forever. You know what I fucking loved as a kid, and I still do to this day, was Codename Kids Next Door.
All right. If you really love Codename Kids Next Door, who's number 0?
Number 0 was his dad, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, because that's what I thought, because I remember that movie. When I discovered that movie was on Letterboxd, I didn't like log it as watching it because I didn't watch it, but I rated it and I just wrote as my review, "It's nothing, Dad. I was just playing with an old friend."
One of the funniest fucking things to me is the father is his uncle.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Father
and then
is
grandfather is by extension his great uncle. Like,
well, no. Grandfather's his grandfather because grandfather is
right, yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. But I just like the idea that father is my uncle. Alabama.
I don't think I've ever seen that one, but I love it. What was the other? Oh yeah, remember at the end they did like the live action bit with them when they're old and they've been recommissioned and everything.
Yeah, it's so weird.
They were supposed to do a fucking Galactic K&D spinoff and they never did, and I'm mad.
Did you see when they did like the one dude was like, I will give you all of my storyboards on YouTube. We will give you everything we have and just try to bully them into it. And we tried and it still didn't work.
Yeah. I want more Billy and Mandy too, god damn it. That show was so fucking funny.
Okay. I'm gonna ask this in a way that what did the dude who voiced Grimm look like?
He was white.
So they're gonna like make everyone recast him and it's gonna be fucking weird.
Well, okay, I'm just giving my opinion here. That casting is more defensible than some because of the inherent absurdity of the Grim Reaper having a Jamaican accent.
I'll go on record. Every single time someone is upset because an animated character is not voiced by the same race character, I think it is fucking foolish because what does the writer's room look like? Oh, I'm sorry, you're right. It's so much better to have a fucking white person just saying their words through black lips than to just have a white person playing a black guy. Yeah, oh god, you really fixed racism there, buddy. Good job, people.
For the record, I'm also I agree. Though don't do it in live action because that has
live action is a whole different thing. Well, like what I'm saying is like the Apu issue should not exist as a concept the way it is discussed because no one cares about how the writers look, and that is the bigger problem that we should care about.
Yeah, fucking the guy who did the Apu documentary even said like, I like Apu as a character. But unfortunately it had kind of a negative impact and they pretty much quietly retired Apu.
I mean, it didn't feel quiet as much as they kind of told everyone, hey, look, he's done. Guys, don't worry, he's done. I swear, we're done with him.
Well, no, they did the opposite. What they did was they dug their heels in at first and then got more pushback and then just very gradually stopped featuring Apu.
I don't... Wait, like, when you say they dug their heels in, didn't they change the voice or something?
No, that was with the black characters. And that one they didn't dig their heels in. That was a different thing. Because the Apu documentary was like 2017, let's say. And so they, like, when I say dug their heels in, basically they had a bit where Marge reads Lisa an old book that she loved when she was a kid and reads it again and realizes, like, damn, this book is a little fucking racist and shit.
because the
You know, it
content.
happens to the best of us. What are you going to do?
Damn it!
And then Lisa kind of goes, what?
Well, because the content is racist.
Wait, what did you say?
But if it's racist, it's because the content is racist, not because of a different voice reading it.
So, no, that's what I'm getting at. So this whole little storyline happens, and Lisa kind of goes, wow, something that seemed completely innocuous at the time is viewed as being problematic by the lens of a later era. And then it just zooms out to reveal she has a photo of Apu on her nightstand. So that was them digging their heels in a little bit. But then they got criticism for that and then just kind of stopped featuring Apu, other than like crowd shots.
And that's why Matt Groening is just a diving board for Trey Parker to leap off of. Because,
Yep.
Pick a fucking lane.
Oh, yeah, so the thing you were thinking of... So a couple years after that fact, the BLM movement happened, and so they, like many other shows, recast all their black characters with black voice actors. And, oh man, can Kevin Michael Richardson not do Dr. Hibbert's voice? I'm sorry, you're a wonderful voice actor, but you can't do Dr. Hibbert.
I remember Big Mouth would make a bunch of jokes about it. I just hate the fucking back patting that went on with everyone. Like, whoa, we all solved the racism problem with the animation, guys. It's all good now.
Yeah. Well, I do appreciate that they at least incorporated the voice change into the story.
That was nice. I mean, don't get me wrong.
I do appreciate that.
That was the best way they could do it. By the way, have I shown you shown you all my jacket? Speaking of animation and backs,
no, you have not.
Yeah. Spirited Away.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Damn, what was I just thinking of about that fucking Simpsons thing that wonderful voice actor, you can't do Dr. Hibbert. I don't know. I'm fucking stoned. I lost my train of thought.
Gotta sell drugs.
Yeah. In fact, since I'm still having trouble with the internet and we still went 2 hours and 15, do you want to call it?
Let's call it here.
Yeah, I'll fucking reboot my router once everyone goes to bed and I'll see if I can get this unfucked. Sorry, everyone.
Hey, folks. We love you, we care about you, and we'll have better internet next time.
Yeah, I basically have like one internet choice where I live, and it's becoming a problem.
I'll talk to you.
Okay.
In
the meantime, everyone, nighty night, keep your butthole tight.
Fisto 2028, he's so great.
Yeah.
Guys.
And like the stream, and subscribe to the channel, and hit that stupid bell thing. And tell your friends about us, and wipe your ass, and do everything else you need to do tonight.
Smoke signals. Do a goddamn drone. Hide a geocache with our names on it.
Rent a fucking blimp and just put this logo. Here, can I fucking make this small? Nope. Fuck you. Never. Yeah, there it is. This logo. Put this logo on a fucking on a blimp banner and have that flying overhead.
We're making stickers. You're gonna take these stickers, you put them on letters, and send them to inmates. Yeah, we know they can't tune in actively, but it's still
at some prisons they could.
It's at some listen, white collar prisons they definitely can. I mean, they killed the Menendez brothers, right?
No, they're still alive.
Yo. Write about us to the Menendez brothers. Let Lyle know that he's a piece of shit, but I will talk to him about it and engage him as much as he wants.
Also, I'm taking a hot take, potentially stand. Free the Menendez brothers. They did nothing wrong.
God. They did something wrong. They should not be free.
They were horrifically abused, and it was self-defense. At least assuming you believe that story, which I'm inclined to.
I don't trust anyone with that much money.
I mean, that is fair, but that's part of why I'm suspecting that what they said was true is true.
Like, it's one of those things. I definitely think they were abused. I also think they with all those resources, there were other options, but to stay in the money, things got to go a certain way.
That's possible. I got to do some fucking research before I take a hard stand. But in the meantime, free the Menendez brothers.
I mean, honestly,
or at least grant them clemency or something. Christ.
As you can see, we want discourse with the Menendez brothers. Contact the Menendez brothers and tell them to come and talk to the people without pants. They can wear pants.
Yeah, I'll buy that fucking shirt. I'll even go to the horrific indignity of putting on pants that don't have fuzzy Batman on them. I will put on actual pants. I will put on shoes. I will consider changing my underwear.
Come on, you gotta definitely.
I will shave. I will shave. I will fucking shower sometime that week.
I will pose for the one who's interested. He can't touch, but he can look. Just saying, bros.
We missed most of that. What was that?
Oh, I said I will also pose for the one who's interested. He can't touch, but he can look. Lots of options.
You know what? Fuck it. I'll one up you. They can touch.
Oh,
they can touch if they want to.
Slut out.
Anyway, this is the longest outro ever. Good night, everybody. Please sext the Menendez brothers for us.
Menendez brothers, folks.